Hey everyone, Don here with Don's Question of the Day. Guys, welcome to another edition of DQOTD. Guys, I'm sorry, unfortunately the last video I was not able to actually post a video. It just had to be a voiceover, and sometimes that just happens like I explained. But back today, not feeling 100%, but that's okay. So we'll get through this together, guys. Here we go with today's question. And guys, that question for today is, what profession do you have a lot of respect for? So a job that somebody does, that most people don't think about every day. Possibly this could be a friend or family member, but a job that is very respectable and that you yourself have a lot of respect for, because this job demands attention, it demands, professionalism, and it just demands that you be a pretty outstanding person, because it takes a special person to work this particular profession. So here we go, guys, with what you said to today's question. Guys, all of the answers to today's question come from our Facebook page and the store that I work at. So if you're going to pick a profession that you respect a lot, I mean, there's so many jobs out there. There's so many professions to choose from. Where do you start? And, like I said, I'm thinking of like maybe somebody that a friend or a family member that has this particular job, and, you respect them a lot because it takes hard work, or maybe you do it yourself. I wasn't against that. So if you do a job and, you're very proud of it, and it's something that not everybody could handle, for the most part, comment down below and let me know what that profession might be, guys. But here we go. I'm going to read you off from the list that you guys said today. Pastors or ministers, absolutely. They deal with people that have, emotional issues, maybe marital issues, all kinds of just different social issues sometimes. And of course, religious and spiritual issues as well. It's not an easy job. My dad was a pastor, and I know firsthand just how crazy and crazy it can get, and how hard it can be on you physically and mentally, just dealing with those type of emotions and those types of people that are going through that kind of stuff. With that would go a psychologist as well, even though they might have a degree or whatever in what they're doing. Not that pastors and ministers don't, because they have to go through their own line of training based on their religion and the denomination that they choose to pastor or whatever. So that is also a thing. So those two kind of go hand in hand, but you guys did say that. Public workers, definitely, they get on board all the time and help out with the city or the town that they live in, and do all the things that other people, you don't think about and probably don't want to do, like picking dead animals off the road and stuff. That's not fun. When it rains, when it snows, you're out there fixing poles and stuff, electrical poles that might go down or might break or whatever. It's not an easy job. It's not just the greatest thing in the world, and it can be very difficult sometimes, I'm sure. I've never done it, but I'm sure it can, and I hear other people talk about that. So there is that as well, guys. We've got a deep sea diver, somebody that goes down into the ocean. Some of you are going, I ain't doing that. But they go down in the ocean, they explore. People that might search Titanic or something. I mean, that might be a little bit extreme because it's way far down there. And that could be something that could scare the crap out of most of us. Same goes like an elevator repair guy, somebody that goes in the elevator shaft. If there's a problem, works on the cables, the pulleys, all kinds of electrical stuff. That doesn't necessarily sound like very much fun either, if you're afraid of heights or afraid of falling or something like that. Not that that happens a lot, because it doesn't, but it's like flying. The chances are you're probably not going to crash or die or fall in an airplane, but the chance is there. So just saying. 911 dispatchers, absolutely a very tough job, very emotional. Never know what kind of call you're going to get
next, and just not knowing and having to deal with that emotion at the snap of a finger. Somebody's possibly getting killed or murdered, or they're in trouble, or they've been in an accident, or somebody's choking. There's so many different scenarios that could come up in that profession, and very stressful job. Could be boring at times. I don't know. I've never been there, but I can imagine that might just be enough to send you over the edge some days. So very, very important job there. Trash collector, absolutely, going through people's trash, putting it in, the trash truck and having maybe to sort that out. I don't know. Not something I've done. They deserve all the pay that they get, though, in my opinion, because trash is just kind of nasty. So, but it's something that has to be done, which is the way a lot of these jobs are. They have to be done, and these people take care of these problems. So we take them for granted sometimes. I don't know if I said it, but first responders, very important as well. So that would be like firefighters. A lot of you said firefighters. So I thought that was very nice of you guys to say that, because they risk their lives every day, and so do policemen too. And that was another one that was said. But a streetwalker, so a prostitute. I don't know. I don't know about the respect part, but I guess you can respect that. I mean, if that's the only way you knew, you had the chance to make money, especially in certain cities or something. Not here to judge or anything, seriously. But I think they mostly meant that as a joke. But to anybody that has gone through that or is going through that, you do what you got to do. Absolutely. Being a parent, absolutely. Tough job in and of itself. Definitely know about that. Do have to say, being a parent is actually most of the time very rewarding, but it does come with its challenges. But most of the time, very, very rewarding thing, absolutely, to be a part of is being a parent. And it's a hard job too. It is definitely a job. So is being a homemaker. Nobody said that, interestingly enough, but being at home, taking care of the kids, taking care of the house, it's not an easy job at all. And especially the bigger the house, the bigger the family. It's gonna be kind of crazy. Being a farmer, I've got lots of farmers around here in Kansas. A lot of you taking care of property and crops and animals and all of that stuff. Not that I know anything about it, because I don't, but it's an underappreciated job, I think, and a lot of people don't realize how crazy and how stressful it can be being a farmer. We've got a mortician, we've got a dentist. Absolutely, those two things having to deal with people's mouths, inside of their mouths. And as I'm sure a mortician has to do sometimes, along with other body parts and things of that nature. Not something I would want to deal with. It does interest me, but not something I don't think I'd do very well with that. Being a content writer for a news channel. Now that sounds interesting, having to come up with content, but this person had a lot of respect for that person. Was actually a daughter, so very interesting. Being the president of the United States. Now, I don't care what you think about the president, our current president or whatever, Mr. President Trump or whatever, but just being in that position and having to deal with being the president, all the responsibilities that come with that, I think is underappreciated too. I'm sure it's a high stressful job, having to speak and stuff like every day, and being part of meetings and making big decisions that involve the safety and the respect for our country, and how other countries view us, and just trying to make the right decisions. That I can't even imagine that. Now, I know some of you are saying, well, the presidency is not just one person, it's not just one man. It's a title, and somebody has to be president, and not everything is based on what the president thinks or what he has to say. And that's true, but it has to be a very stressful job, and not something that I don't think I can deal with it. Once again, gosh. We've got doctors. I think I mentioned that. DNA analyst. Did I say that wrong? Somebody that looks through DNA for crimes and things like that. Also somebody that goes through DNA and decides, if you're Irish, if you have some English in you, if you're from Africa, sees your lineage. I don't know. There's so many different words involved with that. But just going through people's DNA, that would be very interesting. And you'd have to have some smarts, I think, to be able to deal with that profession. And a pharmacist and a professional chef, along with a pilot and an air traffic controller. Definitely stressful job there. Just think about Breaking Bad. If you've ever seen Breaking Bad, there is an air traffic controller character in there, and they kind of end up being responsible for two planes crashing together. Sorry, that was kind of a spoiler, wasn't it? But I think it's safe now to talk about that. But anyways, so there you go, guys. There are some of the ones that you said today. Now, I do have a first place winners for today. These in no way say that your profession is not important or as good, or whatever profession that you said today for the question. It's in no way insinuating that is, not important or not important enough. Sorry, guys, I'm fumbling over my words and I'm getting a cold, so I'm. But in third place today, and this is based off votes that I got today. Third place, police officer, being in the police field, sheriff, whatever it might be. If you're in the police, that is one that you said for third place. In second place, military, being involved in the military, fighting for our country. Definitely, guys, that was second place today that you guys mentioned as a respectful profession that you respect a lot. And the first place winner for today, guys, not too surprising because I was going between those two, but teachers of any grade, most of you said. So not a specific grade. It's all equally hard and stressful, no matter what the grade. There might be different things that you deal with, but they're all equally, pretty much, they all have their equal things that makes them difficult to work at or work with. So kids and teenagers and hormones. Oh man, guys. But there we go. Your first place winner, teachers. So there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry, I'm not completely with it today, but at least I'm on camera and putting a video out there for you guys. And I do feel good about that, considering last week. So thank you for the answers for today's question. Guys, please make sure you hit that red subscribe button down below and ring-a-ding-a-ding, that notification bell. If you do that, you're going to know when we come out with a new video, guys. So thank you so much for answering and commenting down below. I really do appreciate it, guys. One more question for this week, tomorrow, Wednesday, and then Thursday of this week. And then we'll have our second results video for this week on Thursday night, guys. So be looking for that, or just watch some older results videos. They're always fun to go back and watch, I think. So I would really appreciate it if you did that. So I'm Don, Question Everything. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.